So Nick Nurse and Raptor Nation continue to complain that the Sixers get all the foul calls, mainly Joel Embiid. Well, look at this picture. Not one player's fouling him. Two players are fouling Joel Embiid just in this picture, and a third player's on the way to play defense. And that's because you were trying to throw 6'9" and under players at one of the most versatile and biggest players in the NBA.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking Sixers in the Bird Gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today, I want to talk about the whole free throw narrative, Joel Embiid, and just a recap of Game 2, which, by the way, was another blowout. But before we get into it, help your boy out and hit that like button, Sixer Nation. Subscribe if you are new, and ding that notification bell so you know when these videos drop. Plus, we are going to be live for the play-by-play every single game of the playoffs, and we're going to have a lot of games. I just feel it. Now, I want to say this real quick. James Harden, his name's been thrown around as wasn't that good. Wasn't that good yesterday. We'll talk about that, but I want to stick right here, and let's get what Joel Embiid said at the press conference, because he did have words. He exchanged words with Nick Nurse at the end of the game, and this is what he told him.
Respectfully told him to stop bitching about calls because I saw what he said last game. If you're going to, triple team somebody all game, they're bound to, get to the free throw line.
Exactly. If you're going to triple team somebody, they're bound to get to the free throw line. Because what does a triple team do? It forces the ball out of your hands or a shot up quick. So one of the three guys get there late, and B goes up, he's moving, foul. There's more hands to steal the ball, to block the ball, but there's more hands to foul. And you're throwing 6'9" and under. Why is Fred VanVleet helping out? At 6 foot, what? What is Brett? Is he 6 foot? Let's just give him 6'2". At 6'2", what is he possibly going to do to Joel Embiid but get in the way of Pascal and Precious Achiuwa? Although they can't stop him either. Kem Burke, one of the fouls is because Embiid was trying to get position, and Kem Burke's weak butt wasn't strong enough to move him off the block, and he was called. And you guys get in a bonus. So now we're getting the off-ball fouls and shooting free throws. Now, James Harden, right? That three-point shot that he shot free throws, it was clear as day. I don't know what OG Anunoby was thinking. Although he had a great second half, the dude clearly smacked his hand. Clearly. Now, there was a video on Twitter of all James Harden and, more importantly, Joel Embiid free throws. And it's a lot. But stop fouling them. This is what I said last night after the game. How do you expect Raptors to guard a T-Rex? No pun intended. But you're throwing multiple guys who are 6'9" and under at this man. This is what I thought of. And for those who watch Jurassic World, this ain't the T-Rex. It's the Indominus Rex. I got a 6-year-old. We watch all the Jurassic Parks and stuff like that. But this is what I'm thinking. Precious Achiuwa, OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet guarding them for some strange reason. What are you going to do but foul this guy? And more importantly, Joel Embiid has an outside game. But you guys trying to get physical with him early, OG Anunoby pushing him, that just created a problem. You woke up the bear. Doc Rivers said, why are you letting them bully you? You the bully. Go bully. And once you get this man upset, he's versatile enough to trick you with the Euros. And he'll go Euro step, which is finesse, and then turn into beast mode. He's a combination of so many players. He's quicker than he looks, and he's stronger than he looks. And it's unguardable, especially when you're throwing 2 to 3 guys. Guy gets there late, he panics, Any swats, foul. Plus, they're all up to his shoulders, foul. Y'all can't match up with him. Go one-on-one. You'll get less fouls calls. If you go one-on-one, you will get less foul calls. But guess what? He's going to be dunking on them. He's going to be laying it up. And he might just drop 50 if you stop fouling him. Simple and plain. Now, this play was just one. There were some other fouls that Joel Embiid forced because of the finesse part of his game. But let's stop talking about the fouls, although I'm going to leave this up so Raptor Nation can see that clearly there's always 2 or 3 guys around Embiid. And that's why Tyrese Maxey scored 38 in game 1 and 23 in game 2. And that's why Tobias Harris had 20-plus points in both games, both shooting efficient. Danny Green is alive, and he's making threes. I have not seen Tobias Harris, Danny Green, and even Tyrese Maxey at times shoot that many wide-open threes. Harden's getting open threes. Matisse, Niang. Shoot, B-Ball Paul might want to pull one up once in a while because that's how wide open they are, because they're always looking for Embiid. And I bet you there's times when Embiid's on the bench and they're still like, where's Embiid? Oh my goodness, he's on the bench. This Sixer team is playing a different brand of ball. James Harden had 5 turnovers. He created 5 turnovers, 2 blocks, 3 steals. He's playing defense. Joel Embiid's playing defense. Danny Green looks pretty good on defense, and Tobias Harris is playing his best defense in his career. You guys want to keep talking about the free throws. Fred VanVleet missed 6 wide-open three-pointers. His last 6 three-pointers before the very last one were all bricks. What about that? Why were you all standing around and the only person playing on your team was OG Anunoby? The Sixers are playing team ball. We're rebounding. We're getting out in transition. We're doing all the things that a playoff caliber team should do. And y'all can't handle that. On top of Joel Embiid creating mismatch problems, you should have went out and got a couple 7-foot bodies. So a 7-foot, 240, 250. You got to get someone that can stay in the block because these guys get moved off. They're too little. Your team is tough. They fight. Not yesterday. After the first quarter, it looked like y'all gave up. I know you got some injuries with Scotty Barnes. I know the Raptors got Scotty Barnes out, and the likes of Gary Trent Jr. was sick. I mean, it is what it is. I wish them to get back. But the playoffs don't stop. You still got some of your players there. But let me talk about the Sixers a little bit more and just how they've been able to turn the page, so to speak, from the regular season and all the deficiencies they had, right? Doc Rivers. Adjustments look good. Timeouts look good. Motivation looks there. Let's look at the bench. They're playing less minutes. They're playing efficient minutes. And they're coexisting with the starters due to the adjustments and due to the rotation that Doc Rivers has. Rebounding has been sharp. Transition defense and defense in general has been sharp. But I do want to talk about James Harden a little bit for the simple fact that he was 3 of 9, 14 points, and only 6 assists, blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing, right? Even when 2-5 was on his team, I said, sometimes I don't care if he don't score. You're like, what? No, you didn't say that. Yes, I did. I told him to pick his poison. There's certain games we need you to be aggressive. You got to do it. And that's what I love. Even when James Harden is 3 of 9, he still picks his poison, when to score, when to not score. And I'm glad he only shot 9 shots last night because he wasn't on. But what'd he do? Feed Maxey, feed Tobias, feed Danny Green. And at the end of the day, if you watch the game, James Harden, when he's trying to get his own bucket, is not efficient. But the Raptors are still respecting him. When he drives, they crash. Not just one, sometimes 2. Every single time James Harden goes to the lane, whether he shoots it and makes it, shoots it or miss it, people crash. And multiple times in that game, he dished it. Every assist that James Harden had probably last night was a corner 3 or a wing 3. And in the first game, when he had 14 assists or 13 assists, it wasn't just threes. A lot of Maxey's points was coming off assists from James Harden, and it's because they're triple teaming Embiid, they're rotating, and nobody can get there to stop the role players who are stepping up perfectly. Now, I don't want to get past Toronto. I still think it's going to go 5. I think one of these games in Toronto, they're going to give us a little promise. It's going to be close. We'll lose a close game. Might even be not tomorrow's game, but the Saturday game, right? It's early, get a little clunker. But the Sixers are for real, and I need the East to watch out. Don't want to talk too much about another team, but I know people are saying, the Sixers were supposed to be Toronto. Wait till they play the Miami Heat, blah, 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 blah. Bam Adebayo is bigger and stronger than anything that the Raptors have. But if you try to play him one-on-one, then it's going to be Embiid's game. If you're not helping on the others, Embiid will come out and show you why he should be the MVP and why he was a scoring champ. With that being said, I like how the Sixers are playing. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section. Will we sweep them? Will we beat them in 5? Do they force a game 6? Let me know in the chat. Again, Sixers are playing ultimate team ball. I ain't mad with anybody's role so far on this team. From the bench, B-Ball Paul, Shake, Niang. It's not great, but they're efficient. They're only in the game a little bit. Maybe Niang can step up a little bit. I would like to see Niang bang. Pause. But Danny Green Duncan playing defense, getting blocks. James Harden working. I'm glad he turned up on the defensive side because his offensive side wasn't there. But what he does for Tobias, Danny, and Tyrese Maxey goes unnoticed to the people who only watch the box score. So yes, James Harden's box score wasn't good, but he kept his team involved. He ran the show, and his defense was up to par. And we won by double digits. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section. Once the games start getting more close, we're going to do film breakdowns, but it's why break down a film of a 20-point victory? Raptors got to give me something, or maybe we'll start breaking it down after this series. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section. I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk Podcast. Help your boy out. Hit that like button, Sixer Nation. Subscribe if you are new, and ding that notification bell so you know when we go live or drop some videos. We out.